For the next few minutes, I want you to imagine this isn't just another video or some routine advice coming your way. This is an experience, a real shift that you'll feel inside you. Not just something you'll understand with your mind, but something deeper. Almost as if you're stepping into a new version of yourself. By the time we're done, you won't just realize what's been holding you back. You'll actually sense things changing within, as if your perspective is being rewired, and your reality is beginning to reshape itself around this new awareness you're allowing in. Everything, from the smallest details to the biggest dreams that once seemed unreachable, will start effortlessly falling into place. So for the next few minutes, I invite you to set aside any distractions. Give yourself this time, all in, because what you're about to hear is not just a lesson, it's a turning point you'll step into with your entire being. Let's start with a moment from your own life. Picture a specific time when you desperately wanted something. Maybe it was a relationship that always felt just out of reach, a job you'd been hunting for, or an opportunity you kept hoping would manifest. For weeks or maybe months, it consumed your thoughts. You replayed scenarios in your mind. Maybe you tried every trick in the book, but no matter what you did, it just refused to manifest. Now I want you to compare that to another moment, a time when something wonderful happened almost effortlessly. Maybe you barely even cared or thought about it much, and then, almost magically, it happened. No endless waiting, no hustle. It was just there. Ever wonder why life seems to play this game? Why do the things you chase the hardest slip further and further away, while the things you feel neutral or even slightly indifferent about just drop into your lap? There's a hidden mechanism behind this, an invisible principle, one that often escapes attention or remains undiscovered by most people. And once you fully grasp it, not only will you understand why your reality has been shaped this way, but you'll also learn a simple yet powerful process you can use, intentionally, to turn the tables. When you start applying this, you'll witness a dramatic shift. The things that seemed out of reach will almost begin seeking you out. So listen closely. This could be the moment where everything quietly but permanently changes. Here's the truth your mind rarely acknowledges. Your reality isn't something happening to you. It's something that responds to you. Most people get stuck waiting, hoping reality will somehow morph into their wishes. But it's not about waiting for reality to change. It's about reality waiting for you to change. Think about those times you wanted something so badly, and nothing happened. But the minute you let go, stopped caring, moved on, the thing you desired arrived. That isn't coincidence. That's how things are wired to work. Why is this? It's because when you're chasing, obsessing, always checking for proof, you're sending a clear signal to reality. I don't have it yet. And the world you live in, almost like a mirror, always reflects back the state you're vibrating at. The harder you try to force things, the more you reinforce their absence. But when you let go, not by giving up, but by stepping into a version of you who already has what you want, you create the space for reality to bring it to you easily. That's the shift. This is exactly what Neville Goddard tried to teach. He said, assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, not hope for it or wish for it, but literally assume it. Assumption isn't hoping, it's knowing deep down beyond all pretense. When you truly assume something is already yours, you stop chasing, you stop hunting for signs, you stop wondering when. You're living as though it's already here. And here's what's wild. Often the real key is doing nothing. The moment you decide it's done, the moment you release control, stop interfering, stop overthinking and doubting, things begin to move in your favor. Reality finally has room to rearrange itself to match your state. Look back and you'll notice that the wishes you cared least about flowed effortlessly, while your biggest desires required exhausting effort. It's not that you didn't want the effortless wishes. It's that you were unattached, unblocked, not running after them. You weren't micromanaging or counting the seconds. There was no waiting energy, so life could deliver them with ease. So now, the big question arises. If you want to use this principle to manifest everything you desire, how do you do it without pretending not to care? Because honestly, you cannot fake detachment. You can't just say, okay, I don't care anymore, while inside your heart is still checking, hoping, waiting. That isn't authentic letting go. It's just surface-level pretending. And reality doesn't respond to your words. It responds to your deep-down emotions, your core beliefs, your energy. So, what do you do? How do you detach from wanting without battling your own mind or suppressing your feelings? How do you genuinely shift to that state of having instead of faking indifference? Once you fully grasp this, everything transforms. Let's break it down step by step. Step 1, the most crucial beginning. Stop chasing. Right now, pause and notice. Maybe you haven't realized it yet, but you're playing out, "I need this to happen" mode. It's subtle, but every little mental check-in, every "where is it, why isn't it here yet?" thought tells reality you're missing what you want. And the truth is, if it was already done, you wouldn't be seeking it out. Ask yourself, if you already had it, how would you feel right now? Would you be anxious? No. Would you be checking constantly? No. Would you be full of doubt? Absolutely not. You'd be relaxed, confident, content. That exact energy is what creates the perfect conditions for the thing you want to flow your way, effortlessly. So right now, stop looking for evidence. Stop waiting. Stop questioning the timing. Step into the feeling of knowing, and as soon as you do, your entire energy field shifts. Life will begin reshaping itself to meet you at your new state. But how do you remain in that state without slipping back into old habits of doubt and worry? Here's step 2. Once you stop chasing, you have to learn to stay in that space, the state of already having, without falling back into doubt's trap. Most people get this wrong. They're confident for a day, maybe 2, but then that inner voice sneaks in. Where is it? Maybe it's not coming. That's the test, because the moment you start hunting for outcomes and questioning, you kick yourself out of that state. You return to the vibration of lack, and reality mirrors that right back to you. How do you prevent this? Make peace with not knowing. Let go of the when and the how. That's what nearly everyone struggles with. But if you can master this part, you become truly unstoppable. The instant you stop obsessing over the timeline, the instant you surrender control over the how, you show reality you already have it. It's not theory. It's energetic fact. When you're no longer desperate for signs, not waiting or panicking, reality is forced to match your certainty. From this moment forward, when doubt creeps into your mind, do nothing. Let it drift by. Don't react. Don't try to force it away. Sit quietly and let it pass, like watching clouds move across the sky. The ability to sit in that subtle silence, in the moment, without scrambling to solve or fix, is what transforms receiving into something effortless and inevitable. Now let's talk about the final piece, the one that locks everything into place so your shift isn't temporary, but lasting. Step 3. Make peace with the silence before it manifests. This is where most people break. They do the first 2 steps. They stop chasing and settle into ease, but then expect instant results. Okay, I've done my part. Where is it? That one thought yanks you back into waiting energy. You start wondering if you broke something or missed a step. But here's what's real. There is always a gap between your assumption and reality catching up. This gap isn't a delay. It's alignment at work. Reality isn't testing you or ignoring you. It's recalibrating itself to mirror your new inner state. So in this 3rd step, your job is simple. Keep living. Be at ease. Refuse to stress over the when. When you truly hold that energy, when you can rest in the silence without trying to make something happen, it will come. And not just come, but arrive in ways that exceed your imagination, with effortlessness and grace. So starting today, when impatience pokes at you, when you start feeling restless, do nothing. Not because you're apathetic, but because you already know it's done. Once you embody that, you'll never have to chase another wish or dream. In fact, you'll notice that everything you want begins to search for you. The natural order of the universe responds to your vibration, not your thoughts alone, but your deep, lived energy. And now you know, the act of manifesting isn't about hustling harder, or doing more, or micromanaging every detail. It's about letting go. The moment you stop chasing, stop checking, stop waiting, reality rearranges to make your certainty true. You don't need to force, beg for signs, or get stuck wondering about timing. When you actually step into the feeling of already having, everything around you shifts to echo your belief. It's instantaneous, but also mysterious. Sometimes it moves in unexpected ways, bringing about results you couldn't predict. You have a choice. You can return to old habits, overthinking, second-guessing, waiting, or you can do the one thing that paradoxically changes everything. Nothing. Yes, the most powerful move is surrender, not in weakness, but in the strength of inner knowing. So here's your invitation. Wherever you are right now, type, "I let go and it flows" below. Declare your shift. Feel it land in your body, in your mind, in your heart. Let this declaration become final. Let it set your new course. If what you heard resonates, share it. Someone you care about might need to hear this. Sometimes the silent knowing you carry can spark a shift for someone else too. And as you move forward today, remember, when you truly let go, your desires don't just arrive. They arrive with ease, grace, and a little touch of magic you may not have known was possible. The only thing between you and everything you want is the state you hold, not the things you do. Embody the end result. Live from your vision, not toward it. make peace with uncertainty, and allow the silence to work its own kind of miracle. That's how you create a life where you no longer chase outcomes, but instead, outcomes begin chasing you. This isn't the end, it's your new beginning. Now step into your day, your week, your life with this powerful presence, and watch how reality shifts before your eyes.